YouTube. What it do, what it do, what it do. Ooh. My name is Don. I see you. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to DONNYLAND. Today, we're back with another breakdown of a classic WWE pay-per-view. Yes, that's right, pay-per-view. PLE, what is that? What is that? ESPN, what is that? WWE Network, I need that. Yes, today, we are breaking down SummerSlam 2013. SummerSlam 2013, Los Angeles, California. This was a peak WWE pay-per-view. This is where the future began to take a turn. You had the birth of the Authority. You had John Cena versus Daniel Bryan. It was a great card. It was a great card. I'm not going to spoil it. But it was a good show. This period of time in my life, it was hard times. We couldn't watch everything. We couldn't afford everything. But, you know, I was watching that Raw the next night. You know OG Donnie was tapped in. Shout out to Peacock for allowing me to go back and revisit. Yes, I know the lore, obviously. It's been 12 years, obviously. But actually watching the matches, seeing how they were, seeing in real time, the commentary, just boom. I enjoyed it. SummerSlam 2013, it was a banger. It started off with The Miz. The Miz was the host. Awesome. This was like peak just Miz face card. I am the face. You cannot mess up the moneymaker. LA. Who else? He kicks off the show, hyping it up. And then he's interrupted by fire. Go. Remember Fandango, man? Remember Fandango? Summer Rae. I remember when he beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. His debut match, but that's not what we're talking about. That was a great start to the show. Kind of set the tone. They would be back and forth later on throughout the night. Miz dropped him. They had a fucking dance battle with Maria. 2013 WWE. But the first match of the night, it was an Inferno match. Actually, they called it a Ring of Fire match. But if you played WWE games back in the day, if you watched WWE back in the day, it's an Inferno match. Come on, it's an Inferno match. MVP, Ring of Fire, it's an Inferno match. Be for real. It was Bray Wyatt's WWE wrestling debut. I did not really know that. It's kind of crazy. Very crazy. If you think about it, Bray Wyatt debuted at SummerSlam, and so did The Fiend. I remember watching The Fiend debut against Finn Balor. I don't remember. Maybe like 2019, 2018, 2020. Somewhere around that. Circa. But it was Bray Wyatt versus Kane in an Inferno match, Ring of Fire, whatever you want to call it. But they kicked off the match, some weak-ass flames. Kane is the type of guy you could throw in any situation, anything. You need to build up a talent, boom. This match was not the greatest wrestling match. It just wasn't. Not really a lot of chemistry, but it was Bray Wyatt's debut and they showcased him. Spectacular. It was a spectacular showcasing for Bray Wyatt, the character. He came out with Luke Harper, Eric Rowan. We're here. Great entrance. The match, it was cool to back and forth. Bray Wyatt mostly dominated. He was making Kane look like a little bitch. The Wyatt family kept trying to interfere, get in the match, do their thing, but they couldn't because there's a Ring of Fire around the match. There's a Ring of Fire. That's the whole point. You're not going to interfere with us. But they found a way. Out of nowhere, here comes a fire blanket. Oh my gosh, we're gonna do a fire blanket. Boom, they put a fire blanket on, and boom, they crawl into the ring. Harper, Rowan, Bray, they're all in there. Kane is in there. They circle him. Boom, it's a Wyatt family beatdown. You know where this goes. They beat him up. They basically leave him for dead. They set him up so Bray Wyatt. Sister Abigail. 1, 2, 3. Bray Wyatt wins his debut match in a WWE pay-per-view. After the match, though, I don't know if the Wyatts did this in the beginning, but they deadass just dragged Kane. Like, they got his dead body and dragged it back to the back with them. That shit was sick. The flames were out. Blah, blah, blah. He dodged a chokeslam. He dodged a tombstone. Boom. You just made Kane, who's quote unquote a badass monster, you made him look like a little ass girl. You made him look like a little ass bitch. The Wyatt family, they did their thing. It was a great debut. The actual Harper and Rowan, they did wrestle, as it was made note on commentary during the match, but this was Bray Wyatt's first time in front of the crowd. He had on the Hawaiian shirt. He had on the sheet mask. Shout out to Bray Wyatt. Shout out to his debut. R.I.P. Bray Wyatt. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Damien Sandow, Mr. Money in the Bank. 2013, man, what a time. You had SmackDown, you had Raw, you had 2 Money in the Banks. You had 2 separate Money in the Banks running around. And guess who was one of the Monster Money in the Banks? Damien Sandow. Damien Sandow won Money in the Bank. I damn near forgot. If I didn't see him come out, he even had his own custom briefcase. But that's the next match. Damien Sandow versus, whoa, no, you smoking mirrors. Cody Rhodes, pre-shaven, shaved off the mustache, back to being a face. And watching this match, you could tell Cody Rhodes, he did have potential. He obviously is Dusty Rhodes' son, but just his mannerisms, it's all the same. It's all the same. He just really wasn't confident in himself. But he did what he had to do. He followed the journey. He stayed consistent. He bet on himself. He believed in himself. He went all in. And it all came together. It all came together. He conquered all the Infinity Stones and boom, snapped his fingers, and then he's QB1, the face that runs the place. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. But it was Cody Rhodes versus Damien Sandow. They broke up their tag team, and now they're fighting at Summerslam. Damien Sandow really controlled the beginning of this match. Most of this match, it was back and forth towards the middle, towards the end. But it really started out with Damien Sandow looking strong as Mr. Money in the Bank. On commentary, they were noting Cody Rhodes wants to become the World Heavyweight Champion. Imagine what Cody Rhodes can do if he beats Mr. Money in the Bank, Damien Sandow. Something his father did. Huh. If you go to 2025, 2024, 2023, Cody Rhodes, he's trying to finish the story that his father did not complete. But if you want to look at it like that, he did hold the World Heavyweight Championship, that big gold belt, the belt that I'm looking at right now because I have an exact replica of it. Dusty Rhodes did hold that. It was the NWA World Heavyweight Championship for a moment. But I guess it's not the WWE Championship. So I guess the story would not be finished even then. But it was something to note on commentary. Something his father did. Cody Rhodes was trying to become a World Heavyweight Champion just like his father. Fast forward 12 years, he would. Sandow has the upper hand. They're going back and forth. Crossroads. Cody Rhodes hits the crossroads. 1, 2, 3. Mr. Money in the Bank, Damien Sandow, he lost. He's weak. He's the weakest Mr. Money in the Bank ever. This is probably why I couldn't remember he was even Mr. Money in the Bank. Also, Mr. Money in the Bank on SmackDown side. So, SmackDown is considered the B show, especially in those times. You had what? Who was on SmackDown in those times? Randy was on Raw because he was Raw Money in the Bank. We'll get into that later. But you had like Kane, you had Alberto Del Rio, Christian. Shit like that. It wasn't the complete B show, but Raw's always looked as an A show. Yes, Cody Rhodes won. Speaking of Alberto Del Rio and Christian, Alberto Del Rio. He was the World Heavyweight Champion at this time, and he was defending his World Heavyweight Championship against one more match. Christian in his arc to become World Heavyweight Champion. This match was fuck. I'm surprised I never even seen this. I never even hear about this match. This match was a banger. It was a back and forth. They were going back and forth. They were going band for band. Christian was selling like crazy. You damn near think he got his arm chopped off. Boom. It was a very physical match. Alberto Del Rio, when he gets that step up in security, it's beautiful. It was beautiful back then when I was a little kid, and it's beautiful now. Christian, boom. Kill switch, boom. No. Kill switch, boom. No. Very, 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 very good match. It was a good wrestling match. They were selling. They were doing their thing. I don't know how early this was into Del Rio's reign. I do know Del Rio was World Heavyweight Champion, top of the company multiple times. He was a WWE champion. He was a World Heavyweight Champion. I think this was his second reign because he won the WWE Championship before this. He won the 40-man Royal Rumble. Alberto Del Rio won the 40-man Royal Rumble. WWE seen something in him. They were trying to capture that Mexico crowd, but it's not what this is about. This is about SummerSlam 2013 and the banger they put on. Very, very, very back and forth. Boom. You damn near think both of them have 1 HP. Christian hits one more move, the match is over. Del Rio hits one more move, the match is over. They look drained. They look gassed. Boom. Here's that one more move, Alberto Del Rio. jumps over, grabs the arm bar, Alberto Del Rio has the arm bar locked in. Alberto Del Rio has the arm bar locked in. Is Christian gonna tap? Christian taps and Alberto Del Rio is still your world heavyweight champion in a clean match, a clean banger. He won clean, banger. After the match, he gets on the mic. I don't know what this was, but he got on the mic and he cut a promo. He was like, the people of Mexico, the kids of Mexico. It seemed like a face promo, but like, you're the heel here. I don't really know. It seemed pointless. They could have gone without. But he was like, I am the face of Mexico. The Mexican kids, they need a hero to look up to, and that hero is me, Alberto Del Rio, your world heavyweight champion. But this match, to me, I'm not gonna hold you. This match was Donnie certified. This match was a 5-star banger. 5-star banger. Alberto Del Rio and Christian, they did their big one. Hey, my opinion, not yours. The next match was peak Total Divas era. Total Divas to the max. You had Natalya, who's been around forever. Natalya has been around forever. Throw her in any situation, she's going to make something good out of it. But she's facing Brie Bella, who I never really noticed. Brie Bella is good in the ring. Brie Bella could really get down. Brie Bella could do shit. She was hitting moves. She was selling the match. What I don't get, though, we talk about women's revolution and shit. Yes, the crowd definitely wasn't in this match. They were chanting some crazy shit. But the women weren't bad at wrestling. Like, they can do shit. They could do graps. Even back before, like in 2000s, they were doing some shit. I guess the company and the fans they just weren't as invested as they were in today. They didn't have major stories, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But it's not like they didn't have the in-ring capability. Yes, some of them didn't. But Natalya and Brie Bella, their match wasn't bad. It was very simple, very basic, but it did what it had to. It was very quick. Natalya had the Funkadactyls with her, Cameron and Naomi. Somebody call my mama. And Brie Bella had Nikki Bella and Eva Marie. Remember Eva Marie? Shit. What's Eva Marie up to nowadays? Bring her back. Nah, but this match was very quick. During the match, the crowd was, remember Grimm's Toy Show? Divas match gotta pee. They were dead ass chanting for the announcers during the match. So, put some respect on their name. Natalya ended up winning the match very quick. The next match, though. This next match I've never watched in full. I've heard great remarks about it. I've seen clips. I've seen moments from the match. But actually sitting down, watching the match, tapping into the match, how was I 12 years late? Your boy, the Beast, Brock Lesnar versus the best in the world, CM Punk. The Beast versus the best. That is a story that was being told. Paul Heyman cost CM Punk the Money in the Bank match. Boom, turn heel. Boom, he's back with Brock Lesnar. That's where this story developed from. That's the story they were telling. CM Punk, he was trying to get smoke. He was trying to get revenge. He was facing the Beast, man. In my head, I was like, oh, this match is probably going to be quick. This match is probably going to be cool. CM Punk's going to get a little bit of offense in. Boom, boom, boom. Brock's going to squash. 2013 Brock shit. But no, this match was almost 30 minutes. This match was a 30-minute, 5-star, Donnie certified banger. This shit was great. Holy moly. It started off fast. It kept the pace throughout the match. Shout out to young CM Punk. He was moving different. Young CM Punk was moving different. Boom, to the outside. Boom, off the top ropes. Boom, get caught. Boom, on the announce table. Boom, throw the announce table cover on Brock Lesnar. Stomp. I've never seen some shit happen like that before. And then, boom, Brock Lesnar locks in and starts ripping the shit out of CM Punk. Ragdolling him out to the outside. Ragdolling him to the announce table. Ragdolling him on the inside. It was the Beast's time to eat, and he was eating. Brock was talking shit throughout the whole match. Brock was, this your boy? This is your best in the world? Bitch, I'm the Beast. And he's going to show you why. It was very back and forth. They had chemistry. Everything they did, it looked great. Roundhouse kick to the head. Boom, sold perfectly. Brock was selling his ass off. Brock Lesnar was selling his ass off for CM Punk. I've said it before and I'll say it again. CM Punk's off the top elbow, beautiful, beautiful. Him and Shawn Michaels, Macho Man Randy Savage, the inventor of it, but boom. I love seeing it. I love seeing it. More people should do it. Actually, no, they shouldn't. Leave it to the greats. Leave it to the greats. But boom, yes, boom, into the Anaconda Vice. Psych. Oh my gosh, Brock Lesnar has CM Punk in the Kimura lock. Brock Lesnar has CM Punk in the Kimura lock. Oh my gosh, they swapped submissions. I thought one was gonna tap. I thought one was gonna tap. Anytime you thought this match was over, it just kept going. It just kept going until the Weasel Man, Paul Heyman got in the ring. And what did he get in the ring with? A steel chair. He got in the ring with a steel chair. CM Punk was not taking that. CM Punk, he took his time. He took his time. Brock Lesnar's in the back chilling, but CM Punk thought it was cool to just sucker punch Paul Heyman. Boom, down goes Paul Heyman. And he also puts the Anaconda Vice on him. Okay, Punk. Now you have Brock Lesnar on the other side of the ring from you, and you're gonna waste your time putting Paul Heyman in the Anaconda Vice? I get it. Tensions were high. You wanted your get back. You wanted your revenge. But bro, you have Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, boom, then comes out of nowhere, delivers the most devastating chair shot I have ever seen. That shit looked like it was just a fucking semi-truck. Just boom, 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 boom. Chair shot after chair shot. Vicious, vicious, vicious. Heavy chair shots. Maybe it was just selling. I don't know, but that shit looked like it hurt. That shit looked like it hurt. Brock Lesnar was just hammering away. And boom, 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 boom. Once he hits the chair shots, what do you think? The match is over? No, Brock Lesnar's not done. Picks up CM Punk. F5. 1, 2, 3. The beast beats the best. I guess you're not the best in the world when you face the beast. Brock Lesnar, boom. He sold, he did his thing. He made CM Punk look excellent, and he got the win. It was an incredible match, incredible storytelling. The storytelling throughout, it was David versus Goliath. They were mentioning it on commentary. You genuinely thought CM Punk was gonna win. Some points in the match, you thought CM Punk was gonna win. But once you see Paul Heyman get in the ring, shit, here we go again. Classic Paul Heyman. 5-star, Donnie certified, like I said. I don't know how I'm 12 years late to the full match, but it was a banger. The next match, though. I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world. Come on. 2013 Dolph Ziggler, man. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Dolph Ziggler, by the way, who recently returned on Raw to a huge pop, sold his ass off for Solo Sikoa. It was Dolph Ziggler and Caitlyn. Very weird matchup, but this was post breakup with Big E and AJ Lee, who they were facing. I guess the commentators might have said that Caitlyn was Dolph's boyfriend or some shit. I don't know why they always got this boyfriend, girlfriend, weird shit in the WWE. Cool, whatever. But Dolph Ziggler and Caitlyn versus Big E and AJ Lee. The E's, the Lees, the WWE's. It was a sort of quick match. It did what it had to. It was back and forth for sure. Dolph Ziggler and Big E. Big E was athletic as hell in 2013, just jumping around the ring. Boom. He's a powerhouse, but he looks great. He's just boom, bouncing, boom. And you know Dolph Ziggler, he's gonna sell for anybody. He's gonna steal the show. He's gonna be the show off. He's gonna ziggle and wiggle. You know what's a very underappreciated move? A move that I would pop for every time when I was a little kid? The 10 Dolph Ziggler elbows. Just boom, 1, boom, 2, boom, 3, boom. I'm not gonna do all 10. You get the point. And then 10, boom. The Ziggler elbows, man. Great. Thought Big E and AJ Lee, they were the heels. They were playing the bad guys in this match. You thought they were gonna win. They had the upper hand. Caitlyn and AJ, boom, they're grabbing. 2013 Divas Wrestling. You know, nothing special, nothing crazy. But you have Big E having Dolph Ziggler up for the big ending. Psych, I lied. Zigzag. Dolph Ziggler hits the Ziggler Wiggler zigzag. Boom. 1, 2, 3, the match is over. I'm here to show the world, come on! Dolph Ziggler and Caitlyn beat Big E and AJ Lee. It wasn't anything special, it was a quick, fun match. Crowd was into it. Boom, it did what it had to do. It was basically setting the stage for the main event. The main event. The Never Seen 17. Well, at this time, he was probably like the Never Seen 15, 14-ish. He was the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I think the first iteration of the new belt that we have, the championship that they gave The Rock, I confuse it for the championship that we basically have now. Before they changed the logo and shit, the scratch logo, the first edition, you know what belt I'm talking about. It's up here. We're looking at it together. But yes, this was before they did that. It was John Cena versus Daniel Bryan in a banger of a match. This match was a wrestling classic. You can't wrestle. You can't wrestle. John Cena and Daniel Bryan, they were going grab for grab, strike for strike. The match started off a full-on wrestling match. Just boom, grapple, grapple, counter, counter. You had Cena bridging. Cena damn near hopped on Daniel Bryan's bridge, did a backflip, still kept the grapple going, and they're back up. Boom, boom, boom. They're going back and forth, blow for blow. This match, it was like another 30-minute classic. 30-minute classic. Daniel Bryan, boom, boom, boom. B-plus player. The story being told throughout the match, or going into the match, was we don't want John Cena as champion, but we damn sure don't want Daniel Bryan as champion either. We don't want you as champion. What the fuck? We're sick of John Cena, quote unquote Vince McMahon. But Daniel Bryan, who are you? Why are we going to put the belt on you? Who are you to carry the WWE? They had him suit shopping and everything. Boom. He didn't feel like it. He just was not that guy, according to Vince McMahon, which we know. That was the story of Daniel Bryan. That was the yes movement. That's what made him special until he became that guy. You had Daniel Bryan going for the top rope headbutt, the flying goat. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called, but it was beautiful, 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 beautiful. Before that, it was a suplex off the top. Then, you know, classic vintage John Cena. John Cena went for his leg drop off the top rope, and I promise you, he jumped 15 feet into the air. My boy had bounce. It was like there were springs in there. Just shit. Boom. Leg drop. Boom. Daniel Bryan goes for the pin. 1, 2. Kick out. Kick out. You know John Cena's not going to win this match caliber off of a leg drop. Has he ever won off of the leg drop? I don't know. I don't think so. Nobody could stay on top. Nobody stayed on top. The muscles didn't matter. Daniel Bryan, boom, showing pure heart and skill. Just boom, 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 boom. The finish, it was kind of like Daniel Bryan's going for the knee, just a clean knee, just like not countering out of anything, just Cena's getting up and boom, running knee strike. 1, 2, 3. What the fuck? Daniel Bryan is the new WWE champion. The crowd goes crazy. Daniel Bryan gets emotional. The confetti falls down. Oh my gosh, Daniel Bryan, he's that guy. He's that guy. Vince McMahon is crying. Triple H, wow. Triple H is in shock. John Cena, then, he looks at Daniel Bryan. Wow, he congratulates him. He shakes his hand. He gives him the belt. Daniel Bryan is your new WWE champion. I can't wait to see where we go for this. Can't wait to see where we go for this. I can end the video here. All right, let's go. Whatever. Voices in my head, they count. Whoa, what is that? Randy Orton is coming out. Oh my gosh, Randy Orton is the Raw Money in the Bank winner. Holy shit, Randy Orton's gonna cash in on Daniel Bryan. So you think, but nope, he starts to back away. It's just a tease. It's just a tease. Daniel Bryan turns around. Boom. Pedigree, Triple H. Oh my god, Triple H just turned on Daniel Bryan. What? He just shook his hand. He was just cheering him. He just raised his hand. Boom, Randy Orton gets into the ring. No RKO, nothing. 1, 2, 3. I hear voices in my head. They talk to me. They understand. Hey, talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Randy Orton. Holy moly. Randy Orton is your new WWE champion. We had 3 WWE champions within the span of 40 minutes. It went from John Cena. It went from Daniel Bryan. It went to Randy Orton. It went to Randy Orton. What a turn of events. Confetti's in the ring, and now Daniel Bryan's on his back staring at the ceiling. No longer champion. No longer champion. This was probably one of the most well-executed cash-ins of all time. I'm not going to say the best cash-in of all time. Definitely not. But nobody really seen this coming. Triple H throughout this story, he was the fair player. He was there to call it down the middle. Nobody expected Triple H to turn. I didn't, at least, but boom, he did turn. You know what this turn led into? This turn was pretty much the start of the Authority. Holy moly, here comes the Authority. Boom, we are now in the Authority hour, full blown. But that was the end of SummerSlam 2013, and to me, that shit was very underappreciated. I think it was a pivotal point for where we are even now in WWE programming. Triple H runs the company, but on screen, he was basically running the company then. Boom, him and his wife, boom. Boom. It's crazy how fiction becomes fact. Reality, wow, who would have thought? Who would have thought? But SummerSlam 13 was very good. You had changing of the tides. You had new stars debuting. It was great. SummerSlam 2013 was good. It was good. It was very 2013 WWE-ish for what it was. You know, very entertainment-wise, very, very, very much so. Commentators, boom, crowd, boom. But to me, the wrestling, the matches, the card, I think that is a very underappreciated card, just from the pure wrestling standpoint. Punk, Lesnar, boom, banger. Christian, Rio, banger. Cena, Bryan, banger. Wait, what? You had Bray Wyatt debut. Not really a banger, but banger. Dolph Ziggler, Big E, AJ Lee, banger. Divas Championship. But SummerSlam 13, it was cool to me. I'm glad I went back. I'm glad I rewatched it. Whenever I watch an old WWE pay-per-view now, I just write in my notes the whole time. It's not even like I'm watching it for entertainment. Yes, I'm watching it for entertainment. I'm watching it to watch it. But I'm like, fuck, I'm going to watch it. I know I got to make these videos. So why not just take notes down? Why not have talking points for when I make this video? It just makes it so much easier. So shout out to me, shout out to Peacock, but I think out of 10, I'm giving SummerSlam 2013 a solid 7.5. It was not bad. It was not a bad show by any means. I don't know how critically acclaimed it was at the time. I was a little kid. I was not on the internet like that yet, but to me, in 2025, as a 20-year-old man, I think SummerSlam 2013 was a banger. Not 5-star, not Donny certified for the whole thing, but it did have some Donny certified matches. And that's all that matters. You never want to have no Donny certified matches. Never, 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 never. But you know what you do want to have. You know what you want to have. You know what you need to have. Likes, comments, subscribes, because this video is over. No, please don't make me adjust your attitude. You know, let's just adjust. Let's do those things I said before I RKO you. Why not just do it? Yes, yes, yes. My name is Don. I see you.